Keep it pyro.
I haven't been here for a while.
Oh.
Ben always does that, talks when I'm turning the mic on. PyroRadio. Special guest. What do you usually say? Anyways, special guest Lexy Lopes in the building.
What's happening? What's happening?
What's going on? You're on the other side of the mic. You've been here before,
right?
But
Lexy's been a guest host before. Right?
Yeah, she's been here interviewing people before, but it's your time at the moment. You got the project. You got the big record out.
Yep.
Escape, which we just played. So I think it's only right we just start straight with that. What is this record about, and what inspired you to write it?
Just like going right in.
Right in.
So Escape is really about I want to escape. There's loads of things I want to escape, but obviously a lot of people want to escape from things, but they don't realize it takes change, and change starts with one person.
Okay.
So I want to escape past that I had, so to speak. But you can't escape that, isn't it? You learn from that. I want to escape my current environment. For me, it's really difficult to deal with.
What, like literally right now, the current environment, as in us
all in the studio.
What are you trying to say?
No. I mean, the current environment that I live in. There we go. That I live in. Just overall, my mental headspace isn't always. It's not always in the right place. So it's like escape is about that. Escape is about also like trying to run away from how society is currently run. Like it's just not the way forward, is it?
Yeah. Okay. Elaborate. What's wrong with how society is currently run?
It's a lot. I mean, it's just a lot. Like
how do you escape from it?
You don't really escape from it, isn't it? You kind of, the way that I see escape is like you change it. That's how I was trying to get escape across, isn't it? You can only escape something from changing. And so and changing takes each person to recognize
what you need to change about yourself.
Yeah, yourself. Yeah. And I think if you look at society, society's a mess. Come on now.
Yeah, of course.
Music gets blamed for crime. Like,
yeah.
It's like, it's a bit mad. All of this institutionalized racism. I mean, stereotypes. I mean, there's an endless
list of things that are wrong in the world.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why in the song I say, where the earth sells, So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Basically, we're connected to it, so we can change it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right, so the visuals, right? The visuals are really cool, beautiful, very colourful. I like the outfits as well. Again, very bright, very colourful.
Yeah.
I guess a couple of questions really is where was that location, and also I don't want to give away your trade secret. You can give it away if you want. And then I guess the other thing to add to that is did you pick that location as a way of literally visually interpreting escape, as in like, look, I'm not in my common surroundings, I'm in a different space?
Okay, so Escape was filmed in a secluded island called Procida. It's in Italy.
What do you mean secluded?
It's like literally, there's 3 islands, just kind of nobody really goes there. Nobody really knows about it. How I found it was just on Google. I wanted to go onto a colourful place, and I wrote colourful islands, and that one came up. So that's why I picked Procida. And also Procida just has a very calm environment. It looks that way anyway. It has that look, and that's what I wanted to come across in the video.
I think you definitely get that in your video, because when I saw it, I felt like I was escaping. Don't want to sound cheesy, but it does take you on that journey. And like you said as well, it's colourful, the surroundings, your outfits. You just look really at peace, and you just look happy, kind of thing. With where you're at. And I felt like I was on holiday for a brief moment.
That's big, because when I visualize the actual track, because for some reason when I make a track, I always think of the visuals straight away.
It's important.
It just looks like that. So yeah,
amazing.
I want to talk about like the style of production of the song and your other recent songs. So you've been talking about chill hop and a certain kind of sound of hip hop. What drew you to that kind of sound? Because you've made other sounds of music, and yesterday I went way back through like.
What did you find?
Way back through the archives.
So it's no secret. I've done house. I've done house and I've done hip hop or chill hop, whatever you want to call it. But chill hop is more like a very, very calm version of hip hop, if that makes sense. It's more mellow. It's more.
Did you invent chill hop?
No. I can't claim
How come I never heard of it before today?
Well, Jay Dilla.
Because you ain't chill, bro.
Okay, that's
you got no chill.
They call Jay Dilla chill hop.
Well, yeah, a lot of people say that the whole sound of chill hop and lo-fi kind of came from that Jay Dilla kind of vibe. And also a lot of people, it also kind of originates from anime beats and anime songs.
Oh, yeah, like Japanese producers.
So yeah, a lot of them make chill hop and lo-fi and so on. So yeah.
So what drew you to that though?
It was just relaxing. One day I just heard,
I
was just like, wow, this is relaxing. And I don't need anything to get high. Nobody heard that. I was like, yeah, I could vibe to this.
Samurai shampoo.
So I guess
for real.
You was doing the house stuff kind of directly before that. You can't cut these shapes better. We was playing it a little earlier and throwing some elbows and all of that.
Thank you.
That song was quite successful for you.
Yeah.
Why not just try and like make that song and recreate that energy?
I'm still doing house, and I have another tune lined up. I'm just not like dropping them all the time.
Yeah.
I have a song that I'm working on with a guy called Joe Paulo.
Okay.
That's a very housey track. For me, I'm an artist. I'm not like.
Yeah.
I'm not this genre, isn't it?
Or do you feel a need to separate them?
They're very, very two different worlds, yeah. But I don't feel a need to separate them. I mean, I'm on one Instagram, so I ain't got two of each, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Do you approach them differently creatively? So when you hear a house beat, is your whole vibe different? Is it like about dancing? Is it about...
Yeah.
It's different?
Yeah.
And when you're making the chill hop, it's about barring?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I just feel like you can show what I can do. Like, I find hip-hop easier than house. I find it hard to simplify my lyrics. So for me, house is a challenge. Like sitting there and writing a house tune is not easy. A lot of people think it's right, 4 choruses, bang, 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 couple echoes and you're done. It's not. It's hard to find the right, the right words to fit with the right house beat.
So did you make that like when Funky was popping, or was it just something that you just made randomly?
No, I saw everyone cutting shapes and I don't know how to do that, but I'm going to make a tune for them. Literally, that's what happens. And I was like, oh, okay, this is the hashtags that are popping. Okay, I'm gonna make a cutting shapes tune, and then it just happens. It just popped. People just started making videos to it. It went viral all over Instagram.
Yeah. Sick, man.
So
okay, like people dancing to your song on Instagram.
Yeah, there's if you look up the hashtag YCCTSB, like it's you see loads of videos from all over the world.
What does that stand for?
You can't cut these shapes better.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking at me like, bro, what, you don't know?
That's like your research, fam. That's like in school when no one knows the answer, but everyone's acting like they know.
YCCTS, man. Come on, man. Do the program, bro. Who brought this guy, man? Come send him back.
YCSB. No.
We've been talking about some serious stuff on this show because we had another guest on, Miss Hinz, just before.
Yeah.
And then Ben turned
up. Can I ask another escape question before we go on to the next thing?
Go on.
Okay, so like I went on your social media today, and
no.
bare people are like they got like videos. Like I'm listening to Escape today.
Yeah.
I'm talking to them. People you've only been here for 2 years.
You know, it's just because it's so high up because T-Jan's like 8 foot tall, and you just want to make fun of my height down here. All right, let me bring it down where I belong. So, can you hear me now? Yeah,
I can hear you, man. Ben, we're on the same level. It's all good.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't trust tall people. What are they up to up there? So these times on your Instagram, like, loads of people have done like headshot videos. This is my tune, especially with Escape. A lot of love for it. Yeah, you got a movement online.
Yeah,
tell us about it.
So to be honest, some of those videos people just send, like they're just saying, oh, like Lexy, I was doing your tune, and then I'd ask them, can I put this up? Because I want to say, no, I didn't say you could put it up, you get me. I don't want no beef, like. And then some of them are just other artists that are supporting me, like who I equally support, and some are just friends just supporting, which is very rare. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Me, it's rare, but I guess once you build certain bonds, they kind of just stay there. So that's what
you got better friends than us, lot.
No, you know what? Not even. I can count on one hand. A very strong 5. If you know what I mean. Yeah, 100%.
That's made me think of something I didn't write down that I meant to. But you say you do support a lot of people. Like you probably support a lot of people in like upcoming artists and stuff. Maybe that won't even support you to the same level.
Oh yeah, 100.
What makes you feel like that's an important thing to do and you continue to do?
Well, if I think an artist is good and I like them, I'm just going to support them. Like, I don't like this whole tack for tack, like, because that's not really building your fan base, is it? Like, that means every time you do something, you're going to have to do something for that person. That's not really a fan base. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's really it, isn't it? Like, answered your question, I think.
Yeah, I guess. And but you also, you've started platforms like what we've done here, and you've got your own platforms.
Yeah.
So you've got 888 Stars.
Yeah.
You've had a radio show, and now you're doing it on your own platform on YouTube. What made you want to get into that?
I generally like to help people. I know the struggle of an upcoming artist, and if I can assist in helping an artist out, then I will do it. And because I think I've got a reasonable growing support base, I think, you know, I can help them out a little bit.
Good.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I'm fairly lucky. You Can't Cut These Shapes got me fans all over the world. Europe especially, crazy fan base. When I look at my stats, I'm looking at like Germany, Denmark, those places there really do well. So, yeah.
I know you're a versatile artist, as you said, but is there a type of genre that you prefer doing like more so than the other, and why?
I don't think I have a preference. I think it depends on my mood. Okay. My mood kind of dictates what song I want to do at that point. Usually when I'm very thoughtful and I'm thinking, no, this isn't right, I gotta say something, then I will turn to hip hop, because I feel like that's where the truth is. I feel like hip hop has that culture where it kind of informs and heals, and you know, that's what that's what it should be. Nowadays it's a lot less of that, but at least when I was growing up, that's what it was. And they was looking at me like, Lexy, I got a question for you.
No.
and house is more like, if there's like something popping, and I know I can make my fan base grow more, or I just, I'm in that vibey mood where I don't want to write so deep, then the house is always there, isn't it?
Already one of my favorite songs of yours is the like kind of trap song you did last year or whatever, and you don't really make that kind of music often, but then when I was listening to your old stuff, it kind of is in that trap lane, some of it. Yeah,
so I did trap before, I did trap way before it came out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, this is trap music, like from way back then.
Yeah, before Migos was trapping, I was already trapping.
Out in these streets.
But like when I did it, everyone was like, "Oh, that was rubbish," and da-da-da-da. But now it's like everyone's like, da-da-da-da. It's just that's what it is, isn't it? I do have a few trap tracks in on my EP, but it's just not out there.
On the one that's about to drop.
I'm not about to. It'll drop probably next year sometime. Okay. And that's with a French rapper and a Japanese rapper.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay. Japanese, bro. Japanese.
Worldwide trapping.
I was trying to get serious before, and then we went back to Escape. So earlier on, what was we asking?
Can I just shout
after Escape?
Shout out who you need to shout out.
For Escape, I need to shout out Priscilla So, obviously, for the chorus.
Big up Priscilla So.
I've got to shout out Il Sins, who was the producer.
Yeah, dope production.
People don't really shout out a producer, so you got to shout out a producer. And third of all, C's, who came all the way from the London to film the video, and trust me, that island will give us a lot of headache. But shout out to
you can't see it in the video because it looks amazing.
Oh my gosh, the things I saw on that island.
Tell us about it.
I saw some. Okay, so there's a prison on that island, and it was available to everyone to see.
Wow.
It's abandoned now. What I find weird is usually prisons and palaces don't go together, but on this island they were built right next to each other. And then I went into this open museum and I looked up and the Illuminati sign was just there staring at me like me and them have a relationship or something. It was just really awkward. And there was like angels, and then there was this weird fan with some. I was like, I'm leaving.
That makes sense though, because if you're king and you wanna
really
grab someone out of the cells.
It was just, do you know what? Season Il Sins, they played a prank on me and Priscilla. Like, they went missing for time. And we got so scared. Like, we called the landlord. I was like, oh, my friends are missing. Help me. It was mad. Like,
wow.
Scary.
You're saying the island is haunted?
I don't know, man, but there was something energy-wise. I'm a very spiritual person, and I'm, good with all that energy stuff. And it just felt wrong the moment I, came off the boat. You can only get there by ferry, by the way. You can't even get there on a
Where the palace is next door to the prison, something grimy went down.
Yeah, something happened in that place, man. Something. And then it was weird because we had access for it today for days, and we thought, yeah, we're going to film a part of the video in here. And then when we were going to go and film a part, it was closed, like locked. And we just like, yeah, they don't like visitors.
Someone was using it.
It was it was like everything was against us. Everything was against us. But no, man, the video's sick. Shout out to everyone who put up with our struggles on there.
And everyone listening, make sure you go and watch it and check it on. Where can I find it?
It's on YouTube, and it's on all electronic platforms now. So wherever,
search it up.
I think you was going to ask about what we was talking to.
What we was talking about previously.
Oh, go for it.
And I'm trying to think we didn't really word the question in a specific way. No. So we were talking about, do women get taken seriously in this industry?
Ooh. Okay, so I have, from my own experience, okay, because I can't, it's not really a question that you can answer facts with.
Yeah.
I think singers probably have it a little bit easier. This is my opinion. I think female rappers have to strive a lot more than their male competition and so on. But I also feel that there's this big segregation amongst women in general when it comes to music. But then the music in the UK...
So women them are played off against each other?
Yeah, they do. It's like... I mean, I find it hard to work with females a lot. Like, sometimes they don't show up for studio... Or and these are people that are doing projects, are actively doing music.
Yeah.
Sometimes you know, you just get like little bickers and just things happen, and I don't find that I get that with the male community as much. It's like if I walk in the studio, okay, this, cool, let's write, boom, track's done, we're out.
So contrary to what most people would probably think, when you frame a question like that, I guess most people would assume, or I definitely would, if it was a case that you weren't being taken seriously, we'd assume it was the men that were the kind of the culprits of like making you feel like you're not being taken serious.
I see what you mean.
Whereas you've actually outlined the problem being
amongst us women.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely.
I think it's hard for women seem to find it hard to back other women, especially if you're kind of doing the same thing. Whether you're acting, singing, whatever it is, because it's the bitchy side. It's the competition. I don't want them
100.
to. It's like they want you to do well, but not before them, and they don't want you to do better than them, and that's what it is. And I think going back to what we were saying earlier, where I said I think rap and grime and everything, that genre is kind of more masculine. That's why some people might have like a hard time accepting women that do it and taking you seriously in that regard. But I do think definitely the problem lies with women more so than men in the industry.
But I dated a guy long time ago, like years ago, when I was, when I didn't even have my son. And he said, "Oh, for you to be with me, you need to let go of your rap career. Like, it's a bit awkward, girl rapping." So it's like I think some males in general probably have an issue. I don't know. I don't know. At least the males I work with don't have an issue. So
if we're talking about women that having an issue with working with each other, etc., what would you say the root of that is? Where does that come from?
I think women just need to be secure with what they're doing. Just be like 100%, like just know that the female that you're working with, or the female that you might see as competition, could actually be an asset to your music. She could bring something to your music, as opposed to, oh no, let me not work with her because she might have this better than me, or let me not. It's just so immature sometimes. It really is. And
how you're feeling about a woman as well, that woman might feel the same way towards you. Like 100. I could think like, oh my god, I can't compete, blah blah blah, and feel a jealous kind of feeling, and it could be, it could be vice versa. So it's not. I think women just need to, like you said, be secure within themselves and just focus on what you're doing and just support each other. I think we'll do a lot better if we did that.
Yeah. Usually when I'm working with a female and I don't know how to do something they do, I just like, can you teach me?
Yeah. Do you think the industry should be actively? Do you think the industry should be actively pushing and promoting women, or is that corny?
Let's look at the industry right now. Miss Banks, she's getting a lot of attention. She's she's been getting tweeted by Nicki Minaj. So
touring with her.
But even so, like, where's the concrete base here? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel she should be popping a lot more here in the UK. Do you know what I mean? And even
she's been putting in work for a long time.
She has, and she should have long blown by now.
So she should have probably done like as much and more than her male counterparts.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You're telling me Miss Banks has been grinding for time, and it's not like she's not a good artist. She's good.
We was talking earlier with the last guest, and we was talking about how there's not really no one female in even in drill game or the grime game. I'm thinking about it now. Like, and
Lexy's the leader of this drill thing still.
Yeah. Apart from
don't expose me, man.
There's no female rappers that's popping, like, and so Steph London's probably the only one that's really having a sort of success. But if you look how many different lanes she runs,
that's what I'm saying.
Like she's got Caribbean music, she's doing Afrobeat, she's doing rap, she's doing
Brazilian
drill,
funk.
she's doing everything. So it's like you have to do a lot more work, like you said.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know why that is, but yeah, at the moment in the scene it is. But I think the UK scene is still a baby. Like, it's still baby phases. I think we're still growing.
Yeah,
I think right now we're probably just started walking.
Might be right. We're at a good place though, but
we are.
We're toddlers, isn't it?
We're
to
getting number ones now.
Numbers, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We got a number one the other day. Who was it?
Funky Friday.
Yeah, there we go.
Dave and Fredo, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
For Fredo.
we don't.
Done it again.
Fredo. I think it's
I think
Fredo.
it's free.
Okay, no one's overly
It's one
sure.
of them.
Because I'm starting to develop a reputation
Of messing up people.
Yeah, he's saying Kellis.
levels of
He was like Kellis. If we go to the Kellis show tonight.
Yeah, the Kellis show.
That's what they call her in America, though, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So it's you
What?
that are actually off. Yeah, it's
You
Kellis,
do
man.
move like a substitute teacher when you're telling people's names, though.
You have it.
I got a story off air for this one.
Okay.
Which was
Say
really
it
relevant.
now. I'm not afraid. No, I'm afraid. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
But it's mad relevant to what you just said. Anyway, censorship. Where was we before I threw the whole thing offline?
Alright, one more serious
I'm so scared
question.
he's about to
We have
throw
so
me
much
under the
fun
bus.
on this show. How do you how much of a struggle is it balancing your career and everything you do? Because you do a lot, you put a lot of work in, and being a parent.
Okay, this might make me emotional. It's hard. It's not easy. Whoever is... All right, let's start with mummy and music.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm doing really well in music, I feel like I'm failing as a mum. Do you know what I mean?
Well.
Yeah.
And if I'm doing well as a mum, I feel like my music's like lagging along.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really hard to find a balance. And obviously I work and my job is very serious. It's not like one of those jobs that you can slack in.
Yeah.
I've got sleep deprivation. I mean, anything, you name it. Like, sometimes my health really plunders. It's not a lie.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's not easy, but I guess I organize myself.
So,
For example, you told me last week, be here. So I know that I need childcare. I know this. I know that. Do you know what I mean? Like, my son's with me right now.
yeah.
Do I feel bad that he's up late? Yeah, of course I do. But then
He's learning something.
he's learning and he's inspired and he understands that his mum just came from work and she hasn't given up on what she really wants to do.
Yeah. I think it's dope that he sees you in this place and that kind of thing anyway. But
Yeah. The foundation of my mentality just comes from what I've grown up around.
Yeah.
I grew up in a shanty town. Like, where I was born, there is no name. Like, when you ask me, I have to say, like, the nearest city because there is no name.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up around people, you know, the top part of their house is a tin. One side is wood, the other side is brick. Like, that's where I come from. When people tell me, oh, I'm from the ghetto in the UK, I just laugh. They have no idea. Like, they have no idea. The European ghettos are just... I think
Luxury.
it's 10 times worse. Me coming here and living on the blocks was like, I got a house with bricks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
so is that something? That's what drives you?
Yeah, I don't want to go back there. No way. No way. Like, my mom struggled to bring us over. Do you know what I mean? Now it's my turn to take that one step.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Make something happen. Even if I don't go all the way, I know I tried and I know I've inspired my son to do it.
Wow. Well done.
Can I just throw a little
mind.
statement in there as well, obviously,
Go.
because you talked about, you know, the balance, and you feel like when you're doing strong in one area, maybe you're not doing strong in the other. I mean, we've had the pleasure of meeting your son on a couple of occasions. He seems like such a well-rounded, balanced, charismatic, cool. Let me just high-five him now. Can we do a little high-five, Kadeem? Bam. Yeah, he seems like such a well-rounded, balanced. He's a credit to you. So I think if you're ever doubting your parenting skills, I mean, from our experience, he's a fantastic young man to be around. So
thank you.
well
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm gassed now.
100%.
Yeah. So
yeah, Kadeem, you can give me that $5 of that, you know. We'll sort it out after.
Yeah. Thank you for coming through. That was absolutely amazing. Before you're gone, tell the people again where they can get the single, where they can holler at you.
Okay, so I'm mostly on Instagram, but you can holler at me on all platforms. My @ as they call it is Lexy Lopes. That's LEXYLOPS. And Ben, my son didn't even try to do that.
What did you do?
Basically, I'm online and he's like. Yeah, so LEXYLOPES. The song is now on all electronic stores and on YouTube. Comment, like, don't forget to subscribe. And holla at me, man. Thank you for having me.
All good. It's PyroRadio.com. Lexy Lopes in the building.
Keep it Pyro.